So today is May 1st, and as of I think last week or a week before, I've been in San Fran for a month. I got here March 20th and did not expect to still be here at all. I don't know, I guess I'll just go over how the time has been since I got here. I've never been to Northern California ever in my life. I've only been all up and through Southern California. It's very different from, I just didn't know what to expect. I knew nothing about it. I didn't know what to expect. So when I got up here, I was not prepared. I've been only in San Francisco, all over San Francisco. I don't have a vehicle here, so that's why I haven't left. And for those who've never been in San Francisco, the city of San Francisco is it's a peninsula basically, so you're basically surrounded by water on three sides. Yes, that's how it works. You're surrounded by water on three sides. So in order to leave, I basically have to go over a bridge, either the Golden Gate Bridge or the Bay Bridge, to leave San Francisco. The reason why I haven't left is because Ubers don't like to go over the bridge because you have to pay to access the bridge, pay to get over, and pay to come back. I could take a ferry, but whatever. The whole point of me being here, I'm here for work, but I wanted to soak up absolutely everything that the city had to offer. And seeing as I'm not on vacation, I can only do that on the weekends. So there's only so many hours in a day. So I've seen a lot of things, done a lot of things, eaten a lot of food, and I've had fun. It's been fun just taking it one day at a time and then just truly experiencing everything. My first weekend, literally my first Saturday in the city, I walked to the Golden Gate Bridge from the Presidio and walked over the Golden Gate Bridge and walked all the way back. Did not plan to walk back, but that's how I found out that Uber drivers do not come pick you up on the other side of the gate. There's been a lot that I've experienced as far as the city. It's so convenient, okay, very, very, very walkable. I walked a lot. I don't have to. I could just, I could catch an Uber, but it's just everything's so close by each other that it's easy just to walk a couple blocks to the next thing. You can literally go to the botanical gardens and then walk over to a really nice restaurant, and then from there you can walk over to a museum, and then from there you can go to, the mall, and then from there you can go to a bar, and then from there you can go back to your hotel or your apartment, wherever you're staying. And you can walk all that. It's all within, just a few blocks of one another. So I do like that a lot. I've never been in a city that's so freaking walkable. So I love that. But the number one thing I was not expecting when I came up here was the wind. Okay, this is coming from someone who was born and raised in Illinois, in the Chicagoland area, went to school in downtown Chicago, worked downtown. I've been downtown, okay? And this wind is, it's nothing I have never experienced wind like this before. It's every day. It's windy every freaking day. I guess it's because the ocean's right there, but I don't know. It's windy every day, and it doesn't get hot here, so that's nice. I think the hottest temperature I've experienced is like 73, 75 so far, but like that's like really warm. People were just like, woo, it's a heat wave when it gets like 73, 75, which is crazy to me, but whatever. But yeah, it ranges between the 50s and like 60s. That's about it. It doesn't really go above 65 degrees, which is really interesting. I, again, was not expecting that because I've been living in SoCal for so long that I just figured all of California was the same. I mean, obviously there's, you know, the further you get from the equator, the colder it's gonna be, duh. But yeah, I just figured all of California was the same and didn't fully prepare myself for the weather, so I did not pack correctly. So for the first couple weeks, I was just cold every day. It was like, oh my God, I had to acclimate. I'm good now. But I don't know. I'm enjoying myself. It's been interesting. I would say, yes, the number one thing I like is how walkable the city is. And I love how many restaurants there are. I have not gone to, well, okay, that's a lie. The only chain restaurant I've gone to that's like known is Chipotle. That's it. I went one time. Every single restaurant after that has been a local restaurant or like just, yeah, basically either a local restaurant or a mom and pop restaurant, because there's so many. There are so many restaurants. There's like one on every corner and across the street from each other and clustered next to each other. There's so much food here. And that's really cool to me. And I love that most of the restaurants are restaurants that you've never heard of. And there's a lot of cafes. I love it. It's great. It's fun to just, you know, just go to all the different restaurants and all the different eateries and all that. I've eaten at a lot of different places because, again, I am here on business. So, you know, my meals are all covered by the company I work for. So I get to try something new every single day, which is really cool. And I'm taking full advantage of that. But yeah, I've gone to brunch places. I've gone to French cafes. I've gone to, you know, just American eateries. I've gone to, I don't know, I've gone to mostly more expensive restaurants. But for the record, I would go on my own. If I was paying for it myself, I would totally still go. I wouldn't care. But yeah, it's been a good experience. I would say so far my favorite, the thing that has stuck out for me the most is probably, let's see, as far as the food, I would say Café de la Presse, which I know I'm saying that wrong because it's actually French, and I said it as if I was speaking Spanish, but I like that it's right across from Chinatown, like literally right across. You're staring at Chinatown from the restaurant. I had the duck confit. Speak French, I can't do it, but it was delicious. I really liked it. The cocktail that I had there was I think a champagne cocktail. It was delicious. If you're looking for something more vibey, as far as like a good environment that feels relaxed and serves food and drinks, go to MKT. That is in the Four Seasons Hotel. That is on Market Street. I think it's on Market Street, or it's on Grant Street. It's there. And then as far as brunch goes, I really enjoyed, oh my God, I liked Wooden Spoon. Wooden Spoon is good for brunch. Oh, and then Brenda's French Soul Cafe. Good stuff. So yeah, I really like those places. Those places have stuck out for me, and that's what I really remember. As far as going around the city, like things to do around the city, sorry, I was just checking to see how long I'm recording for. As far as things to do around the city, I would recommend, if you're a museum person, I'm a huge museum person, so I went to the De Young Museum. I've gone to SF MoMA. I've gone to, God, I'm trying to remember now because it's been a month and I've been doing something every day for a month. God, where else have I gone? SF MoMA. Oh, the Contemporary Jewish Museum, right? Yes, Contemporary Jewish Museum. And oh, the San Francisco Botanical Garden. What I don't recommend is going to the Lego exhibit. Sorry, it's a bit overpriced. Oh, I'll get back to it, but it's a bit overpriced. It's like $34 for an adult ticket. It takes less than an hour to get through the whole thing. Museum tickets, like art museum, science museum, all that stuff, cost less. It takes much longer to get through. So you pick. But also I recommend the Walt Disney Family Museum. I really enjoyed it. If you're a Disney fan, or if you're traveling with children, or just, you know, with family, I recommend the Walt Disney Family Museum at the Presidio. The Presidio itself is really interesting. I actually plan to go back and just look at all the other things that are there, but like the Walt Disney Family Museum is a lot of fun. And it's just cool to look at all the things, like all the exhibits and all the, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I recommend the Walt Disney Family Museum. And I'm trying to think, things that I haven't done yet that I do want to do. I want to get on a cable car. There are only 3 left in the city. The city used to have cable cars all throughout, but now there's only 3 left. So I really want to get on a cable car. I want to go to the Cable Car Museum. I want to go to Coit Tower. I want to go to the Maritime Marina Museum. I forgot what it's called, but I want to go there. There's still some restaurants that I want to go to. Only reason why I haven't gone to them is because they don't open until like 5 o'clock, and usually I'm headed back towards, you know, where my stay is around that time, just because I don't stay outside past the sun. Past the sun going down, I'm not out, for reasons I'll get into later. But yeah, what else do I want to do? Because I've done so much. Oh yeah, I did say I want to go back to the Presidio and see what else is there. I want to, oh, I forgot, I recommend Alcatraz too, but be careful with Alcatraz. I don't recommend it for everyone, just because I'll explain at a later time, but yeah, I don't recommend Alcatraz for everyone, but it was very interesting and left a very lasting impression on me, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I think I want to go whale watching. I've done it before, just not in San Francisco. I've done it in SoCal. And that's all I have right now. I've been recommended to go to Land's End. I just haven't gone yet. I don't know if I will go. I don't know. I'm not a hiker. You know, I don't mind walking around the city, but like hiking everywhere. I didn't bring hiking shoes or boots or anything. I didn't bring outdoorsy stuff. You know, I work in an office, so I brought business stuff. So I don't know, like that's something I'd rather do with a group rather than by myself. And I need to go see the Painted Ladies, and I also need to go see the Full House, which is really annoying because the first place I was staying at, I was like a couple blocks from it, and now I'm not. This is the second place that I've lived in the city, and I am not around the corner from the Full House anymore. So I'd like to do that. And I also want to go to Bob's Donuts. I think that's what it's called. It's a well-known donut place here. I got to go to Mochill, but I didn't get to go to Bob's Donuts yet. So I do want to do that. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Again, really enjoying my time here in the city. And I look forward to what else the city has to offer. But before I end this, I want to talk about the things I don't like about the city. The poop. That's what I don't like about the city. There's a lot of poop. Is there anything else to say? There's a lot of poop. There's a lot of poop in the streets and on the sidewalks. From both humans and animals, people's dogs, they walk them, and not everyone picks up after their animal, but also because San Francisco is outrageously expensive. there are people here who have nowhere to go. So unfortunately, they're living on the streets. And if you're living on the streets, you gotta go to the bathroom. So they're going to the bathroom on the streets. And there's a lot of poop. There's a lot of poop. There's a lot of poop, okay? That is not an understatement. There's a lot of poop. Gosh, and I'm not the only person to say that. Other people are noticing it too. They're just like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of poop in the city. Yes, there is. And luckily, a lot of the businesses and the apartment buildings do like spray down the sidewalks every morning, and some do it at the evening or every morning and evening, because you have to, for two reasons. One, because it's so windy that the trash does blow around and accumulate in doorways, but two, because there's poop. There's so much poop. So they have to clean off the sidewalks and stuff like that, which is really funny because the city, San Francisco, is by far a bajillion times cleaner than Los Angeles, but Los Angeles has way less poop. So take it or leave it. If I were to choose one, I would choose San Francisco. I would not choose LA. LA is gross. But yes, there's a lot of poop here, and that is my number one gripe with the city, besides the homelessness. I think any city that has a ton of homelessness, get it together. Like, what the heck? Help these people. They need help. No one should be living on the street, not by choice. There are people who do choose to be homeless. Yeah, no. If they're no, get these people some help, please. Anyways, that is all I have for now, and I'm looking forward to checking in, I guess, when I leave, which is, I don't even know when. I do miss Texas. I miss my apartment, I miss my stuff, miss my mans. Yeah, I miss it, and I look forward to when I get to go back. But I'm also still appreciating what I have right now, and all the adventures that I'm going on now and what I'll go on in the future. So yeah.
At least you get to go out in a Tesla.
That's true.